بكم مشاهدينا، أنا كورين فرحات أرحب بكم بعدد جديد من المجلة نبدأه من مدينة هامترامك جنوب شرق ميشيغان، واحدة من أهم المدن التي يقطنها العرب في الولايات المتحدة. نتعرف على معالم ثقافية من اليمن مع قصة الجدرية اليمنية التي تزين أحد جدران المدينة. جدرية عكس من خلالها داسيك فرنانديز فنان الجرافيتي العالمي روح اليمن.
Come on into my land, it's your land too now, wanna shake your hand.
I left everything behind when we came here, started a new life.
The journey you've been.
Losing home is a loved one, a loved possession, where you grew up, where you've developed all your experiences and history and knowledge and stuff, and then you have to leave that.
Knows no borders, just one sky above, and friendship has no fences, no walls can stop the love.
جمعية OneHamtramck ومجلس العرب الأمريكيين والكلدان تعاونوا لإنتاج أول جدارية في هامترامك ميشيغان، واحدة من المدن الأكثر تنوعا في البلاد، للتعريف عن المجتمع اليمني الأمريكي ومواجهة الصور النمطية للعرب.
The OneHamtramck was organized to try to put on cultural events that will visualize, accent the different ethnic groups in the city so we can learn about each other.
As a member of the Yemeni community, we needed to show that we have our own history, our own culture. We have the skyscrapers. The first skyscrapers in the world started in Yemen. We have also some of the very rare plants and trees from this island of Socotra, and many people didn't know about that. So we needed to share this with the rest of the community here in Hamtramck, and also for people who come from outside of Hamtramck to see what Yemen has to offer into the international heritage, so to speak.
We're used to being in multicultural environments, but there's also a lot of gaps within these environments, and this is why this piece of art came to be, and this is why OneHamtramck was dedicated to making it happen. For this reason, bridging these gaps, making sure that the Yemeni voice in Hamtramck is heard and it's represented through art, and art is usually a form of expression that brings people together, so that's what's really critical.
We decided to go to the community and find out what kind of art they want on the wall, and we formed a committee to talk about the content that would go in the mural. We started searching for artists and looked around in the Arab community for artists, and we ended up choosing Dasik because we were just amazed at his art.
I was like, yeah, I'm ready. I'm the person to do your mural, you know. My name is Dasik Fernandez, and I was born in Chile 28 years ago, and moved to New York like 5 years ago. They were asking for a mural that represents the Arabic community, but it's not an Arabic mural in Arabia or or in Yemen or whatever. It's an Arabic mural in United States.
So as far as the content, the mural itself, it was very contentious for a while because whether we should have it should be Yemeni themed or if it should be Arabic themed or Middle Eastern themed.
I like to work with the covered faces even more in this Arabic mural because it was representing nobody, and everybody at the same time.
It's one of his themes is to cover the face, not just because it's Arabic or anything like that. Or he wants to counteract this image of terrorists and all that sort of.
It's part of their culture. So like, if they were asking me to paint an Arabic mural, why not to put this like very distinguished image that is like that provokes something, like provoke a little bit of reaction in the people, but in Middle East is totally normal, it's very normal. So that I leave it open for the viewer to decide what to feel about it. But to me, is a people that is growing in their culture with the sense of freedom. like to connect the struggle of different people in different immigration situations, you know, I try to connect them with my art, you know, like that these different people can feel identified even if they're from different communities, who I was saying before.
يقول الفنان تشيلي فرنانديز إن قوة الجرافيتي هي نتاج للاقتصاد والوضع السياسي في مدن كهامترامك. في كل مكان حيث الناس مهمشون يكون هناك جرافيتي. هي الحاجة للقول أنا هنا. الجرافيتي هي أداة لتذكير الناس بوجود الآخرين وبأننا بشر.
I get the picture of the wall, then I do a quick sketch, very rough sketch, just to put an idea on the paper, you know, like very basic composition, and then based on the sketch that I had, I kind of like figured out what type of face I need or what type of body, and then I do some photo shoots. Then, you know, this sketch became realistic, and then I put it on the wall. I have this farmer that is also looking at the viewer, but it's like you can see just the eyes and, you know, with the wrinkles a little bit around the eyes. But this is like a typical worker from the Middle East that works in the farm, but it has like, in his turban, has like the architecture of his country, of his culture. So it's a person that maybe could be the parent or the grandfather of one of the immigrants. So it's looking at the viewer with this building that starts flying out. We don't know where, but it starts flying out. In this case, I direct the buildings to the sun, which the sun is part of the image on the cover face of the kid. So the buildings are moving out as a sense of immigration. Because when we travel, when we go out, we carry our culture, we carry our all the images we grow up, you know. So these buildings are going to the sunlight, and then you know, like as they're going to the sun, it starts to look very small, almost like a dot, you know, far away, and then this dot come back at the right side of the building with this very particular tree from Yemen, the dragon tree. And then this tree, because of the shape of the tree, which is amazing, also it's very like divine, and also the pattern that I put it on the turban of the farmer is a pattern from one of the spiritual buildings in Yemen. So these trees, you know, conform the structure of the veil of the woman that is at the right side of the mural, which is a woman that is already growing up in this Occidental culture. So now it can be going right or can be going left. It's just a cycle. It's a cycle of like the immigration of culture, of like ideals about reaching the adventure, reaching your dreams, but never losing the elements of your culture, of your community.
We didn't want to offend anybody, so we wanted to make sure that this mural would go up. And I would think that there's some people probably tolerating the idea that there's pictures of women on the wall, but they're done in a tasteful, positive way to show home and people that they see every day.
I had some 17, 18 years old kids who drove from like 5-6 hours to see the mural because they told me this is the closest that I had been from my country. And I never went to Yemen, but I feel like I'm home.
This is one of a kind in probably the entire Midwest, because in other cities they don't even allow murals to be put on. So we were also fortunate to have one of the world famous, very renowned artists who came up with these ideas, and we incorporated all these ideas to come up with this beautiful mural, which we are very proud of.
The funding was all done locally. No major corporations, no grants. We raised most of the funds in the Yemeni community, businesses, individuals, organizations. So they feel part of this.
Actually, when I traveled to Detroit, like a couple of months before that I painted, just to tell them, trust me, you know, like just, and then some of the people there said like, yeah, we trust you 100%, go on it. Some of them were more like, you know, we want to see something, we want to see that you're representing our community.
I can see myself within it, and that's definitely on a personal level as well, especially with the women part, looking onwards, looking to the future with hope, with desire, with passion. Now that's what really hit the spot for me. And especially as a Yemeni woman, I see that and I see myself and I see what's to come in the future. And it breaks all those stereotypes about me, and that's the beauty of it.
hopefully I contribute to the identity of the community. But what I did, what I think I did there is I put a window there. You know, it's up to you if you want to take a look at it or not. Go, I mean, take a look, go through the window or not. But it's there. I left a window in AlHurraTVspotMural.
بعد الفاصل مهرجان الفيلم العربي في العاصمة واشنطن.